Who could that be?
Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Come on
Thank you.
in. Hey folks, welcome back to Pattaya. Something a little different today. I got a feeling we're about to go from bad to worse here. Word is restaurants shortly will be limiting their dine-in, and it'll be takeout or delivery only. That's what we're going to talk about, delivery. And I always like to help out local businesses, and I found one that I consider to be a local business, and we'll take a look at that, a little look behind the scenes and the process, and see how it all works. And there will be something in it for you as well, you the viewer. If you're a resident here, if you live here, unfortunately it won't apply to others that live elsewhere, but it's all I can do at the moment. So watch till the end for that, but let's go ahead and meet our special guests for this episode and jump right into this. Today I've got Michael here. Michael is the CEO of Hungry Now, and Michael saw my video, my breakfast battles video, and he liked it, and he wanted to tell me a little bit more about his service. And as I alluded to a minute ago, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better here this go around.
True.
I'm hearing more restrictions, so I hope not, but in case, food delivery might become the only option, or it could become the most sensible option. So anyway, how long have you been doing Hungry Now?
Oh, I started Hungry Now around 2019, and then we did the first soft launch in March 2020 when we had the first lockdown here in Pattaya.
March, I remember that well.
Yeah. So yeah, and well, we did the soft launch. We tried it out and see how it's working. We start to connect more with the restaurants here in Pattaya, and in October 20 now we had a big grand opening in Central Festival that time. Wow. And yeah, and here we are now.
Wow. So yeah, it's a great business for what's going on here. I think it's a very timely business. So just real quick, and I know we didn't talk about this the other day, but I'm just curious overnight about how many eateries or venues do you think you have on Hungry Now right now?
Well, I have a couple of hundred restaurants, and
wow.
Yeah, and we have around 8,000-10,000 users right now.
So I'm sure it'll just grow. But you are just in Pattaya right now. Pattaya. So Bangkok maybe later, or another market.
Yeah,
later.
Bangkok will be a little bit later, but first of all, I think we need to be more stronger in the country. So next city will be Chonburi, and
Chonburi. Good.
Yeah, so it's quite near, but and we will see which other cities will be after that.
So what I thought we would do while we're here is order some food.
Okay.
Any recommendations on the app we should use?
What do you prefer to eat? Do you have any?
Well, I'll give you a hint. Are you wanting to eat later, or are you hungry now?
Well, I'm always hungry now.
Okay. Well, let's go to the computer. And V's here. We got somebody else coming. We'll have a little bit of a feast while we talk here, and we'll go through the process step by step and take you through it and in it. We'll take you into the process as we talk here. So let's go over to the computer. This place, we're going to order from Kilkenny today. Kilkenny, I might have eaten a breakfast there. I was thinking back. I might have eaten a breakfast there, but it's been a while ago. But I've never eaten like a lunch or dinner. So we're going to order, and the reason I chose them, they have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of different offerings. Thai food, Western food, snacks. So I kind of want a variety today. So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing I got, look at this sweet and sour chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. I think that kind of looks like what I would call American Chinese carryout. It's Chinese food in the American market, and I haven't had that in a long while. So we'll see what that's like. And then thought we'd get some samosas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, a good choice, huh?
I think we like samosas, and they're a savory snack any time of the day. And the tomato soup looks really good. I don't know how you feel about tomato soup, but I thought it would look good on the table. It's a little bit of a Western option in there as well, not just all Thai food. And then we'll bring it back in with some seafood salad, yum woon sin. I know somebody who likes that. Maybe the girl holding the camera right now. And then we'll finish off with some chicken wings.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with chicken wings. So we'll just hit the order button, and then through the magic of the app, it gets ordered. Now, this is the part, you guys, if you're using this, if you're doing this, that's where it ends for you. The guy comes, you hand him the money, you eat the food. But really, what's going on? So the first thing that'll happen when I hit that place order button,
Well, the first thing that's happened now is that the signal will go to the restaurant and they will accept your order first of all.
they got like a computer for that? Or?
Well, they got a device for that, yeah. So they will click accept, and once they click accept, there will go a signal to the rider to come and pick up the food for you.
It goes to the restaurant first, they accept, then the rider gets it on his phone, I'm
Correct.
guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, now, we talked about this the other day. The riders, you've got a place for them on Soy Bacau.
That's correct. Yeah. So we have a small hub for the riders where they can stay and wait to get their order, and so we have a quite central location just to be nearby the restaurants here.
Yeah.
So I think it won't take that long time till he arrived to the restaurant to pick up the food. It's normally used to take around 3 minutes.
Yeah, and it's a close by restaurant, but kind of brings me to another point. You've got a 20-kilometer delivery radius. Is that fair to say, or diameter?
Yeah, no, that's correct. So we cover up all Pattaya right now.
That's a big area, because I know
That's,
some of the competitors is only 2 or 3 kilometers. Certain places I can't order from that I want to. Every service has their own thing, but 20, that's a tall order.
20 is a generous space, and on top of that, it's also free delivery.
Wow. So the restaurant gets the order, then the driver shows up, and I always see the driver waiting in the restaurant long before the food's ready. It seems like the driver gets there first.
Yeah, we try to optimize the time as much as we can. So the rider, he used to be there very fast to wait for the food and be ready when the food is ready, so he can go immediately and deliver the food.
That way it doesn't get cold. So then, of course, the restaurant will cook the food. That's a given. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And they'll package it up in their various packaging and put it in the bag. But at this point, nobody's got any money yet. So you got a rider that has ridden to the restaurant. You got a restaurant that has prepared all this food, and nobody has any money yet because the person paying is still sitting at home watching TV.
Yeah. Well, the customer, he will of course pay to the rider, and can pay by cash and or can pay by card, which is even better. I think it's even more simple. You don't need to have the cash home or something like this, and it can always be contactless also, which we need to think about right now.
Yeah, right. You don't have to even touch money, so, or the change that they might give you back or whatever. And then you said that their card doesn't get charged till the food hits the door, right?
That's correct. So in case something happened on the way, I hope it's never happened something, but in case that will happen, you will never get charged by your card. So it's first, before you get your food, we will charge the card also.
I like that. I think that's fair. You know, once I got it in my hand, okay.
Yeah.
Charge me.
Yeah, that's good.
So once he gets the food from the restaurant, he will load up. They have things to keep it warm, I noticed. They've got like, I don't know, you don't call them coolers, whatever you call them.
The delivery bag, we
Insulated bag.
Yeah, so the delivery bags we have on the motorbike, of course, they are there to keep the heat or keep the cold inside.
Yeah.
So that's an important part also. So the food is always in a good shape when it's coming to you.
I think that works because when I get it, it's usually hot. I know one thing, and look, myself included, delivery in general. I've heard from a lot of people, and my own sentiment is, man, these delivery guys, they're racing around these roads like there's no tomorrow, whizzing by people. But you actually monitor yours, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, actually, we are training our riders a lot. So they work full time with us, and we need every day we need to train them to be more effective and take it easy on the roads for their own safety and for the food safety, and also when they meet the customers, to be nice and polite and so on. So it have to be a good experience when you get the food also, because they are also our face out to the customers. So that's a very important part.
You're actually teaching them English one day a week in your lounge, right?
Exactly. So just to have the basic communication when you reach to the customers. So
that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So I guess one of the other things while we're waiting for them to prepare the food, one thing I noticed, I think during the lockdown you guys did some food handouts or some more charitable type
from
items.
Time to time we also try to help out as much as we can. So over the time we're handling out the food, like you said, we did it before for 1 full month, and we've been doing it some weekend here and there also, and on top of that we try to help. The last thing we did now was to help the street dogs.
Good.
With something, and there was another family here we saw was struggling now in COVID times and so on. So we try to do whatever we can from our part as well.
That's great. That's great. And like I said, unfortunately, the need for that might rear its ugly head again because I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like things are going to get worse before they get better. We'll find out. So I guess by this time, the food's done. Hopefully, the rider has packed up his bag. He's making the long ride from Kilkenny. Kilkenny is only a kilometer from here. It's LK Metro. It's a couple minutes. So we'll go down to the gate and receive the food. They'll bring it right to the door. That's a thing. But I always just like to go to the gate and get it because you can get lost in these compounds and they're riding around with the food, and I would just rather go to the gate and get it. It's a nice little walk up there, unless it's raining or something. If it starts raining, we're staying here.
That's right.
This is the point. At the beginning, I said this might help you guys. Well, in more ways than one. Not only you have the information about the service and see how it works, but I'm going to put on the screen in a minute for the next week, starting today, starting right now. When you watch this, there's a discount, especially for Rides for Kickz viewers, who is you, if you live in Pattaya here. So what's that look like?
Well, so when you come to the checkout, you can enter a code, Rides for Kickz 100, and you will get 100 baht discount if you order for minimum 200 baht.
Wow, so if I order a 200 baht, say I order a 200 baht big breakfast, one of these great big breakfast things with about 10 different items.
Yeah, then you will pay 100 baht.
Yeah, so if it's 200 baht breakfast, you put in the code Rides for Kickz 100, which you see on the screen, you only pay 100 baht. So nobody's beating that deal, at least for the next week. It's just short term. But if you watch and you use that code, that's from Hungry Now. So thanks, Michael.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know my viewers will love that, at least some of them. So unfortunately, some of them can't take advantage of it because they're not here. But there's some here, and they'll use it. So thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you for using Hungry Now. Enjoy your meal, sir.
Thank you, sir. So there you go, about a half hour from computer screen to table, I guess, and get this all unpacked, and then Veal set it all up and make it look nice, and then we'll eat. One thing, I usually order in the middle of the day like this. I like to eat my big meal in the middle of the day, and that's like their off time. Their busy time is between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. So maybe just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter. They say it will take the same amount of time to get your food regardless of when you order, but if it's in the morning or in the early part of the day, you may have better results. That's just when I order mine, I guess. But let's dig in. All right, so what'd you think? It was pretty good?
Yeah, I think this was fast enough, right? It was around half an hour, maybe?
Yeah, right at about a half hour, which is what it was supposed to be. Yeah. While we were eating, I found out, it's interesting, and you may not believe this because I couldn't wrap my head around it, but Hungry Now is actually the first company of its kind that's actually a Thai company.
Yeah, that's right. We founded everything in Thailand.
The other companies are foreign entities. It could be German, Chinese, whatever. But it's just actually a Thai company, which brings me back to what I said. I always like to support local businesses. I consider yours more of a mom and pop business. You know,
Yeah.
and it might grow to beyond that, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Thanks.
So the other thing we were talking about while we're eating, if you're sitting up in your favorite pub, which right now nobody's sitting in their favorite pub, but if you're sitting in your favorite pub and you don't want to be having a good time, you could just put that in as your address,
Yeah.
and they deliver it to you right there in the pub, and you never even have to leave.
Yeah, once the pubs are open again.
Right.
But of course, that's a good thing to do, right? Maybe you sit there and you're hungry, and it's easy to just change your location and directly get your food directly wherever you are, pub or your friends or.
I can't wait till that day comes. We'll hope it's soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
But right now, we don't know. Well, thanks, Michael. It was a pleasure having you over.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
learned so much about the delivery business. I was in a similar industry for most of my life, logistics. I know the things that can go wrong. I know the challenges you're up against, and I tell you, my hat's off to you for taking an endeavor like this on. It is really, it's a lot of work. I think
Thank
you know that.
Right. A lot of fun too.
All right. So there you go, a great food delivery option here in Pattaya. With what's coming, I think it will become kind of a necessity almost, and it's a small business. I like to support small businesses, local businesses, and I hope it helps them. And at the same time, I hope it helps you. There is a good discount there. That is a deal. So I'll post it again on the screen right now, the code. You just enter that apparently at the checkout, like one of the last things you do before you hit that order button, and it should give you the sale. So if you spend 200 baht, at least 200 baht, you're going to save 100 baht. So I guess if you spend 300, 400, 500 baht, you're still going to save 100 baht, but at least 200. There you go. That's a deal for somebody out there. So let me know if it's a deal for you. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.